Deputy May, the Director of Geospatial at Stamen Design.
I'm Quincy Morgan, Technical Lead at OpenStreetMap US.
We're here to talk to you about a transition that happened this year. Whereas Stamen Design had been the home and the place where field papers originated back in 2010, 2011 era. This year, this spring, we transitioned it over to the OpenStreetMap US, into the hands of the OpenStreetMap US. It became a charter project. Oh, is that fair to say?
It's an in-house project.
In-house project. Thank you for that distinction. It is an in-house project now of OSM US, and we're here to talk to you about that today, and just to start the groundswell behind bringing field paper, like building a community around what field papers becomes next. So thanks so much for joining us today. Thank you. What is field papers for anyone who hasn't encountered it? I think it's in a word, it's the lowest tech solution there is for bringing data into OpenStreetMap. It's also a wonderful entry point or gateway for folks that are either new to the technology of OpenStreetMap or new to the concepts of mapping itself. It allows you to print out and then create, annotate, or digitize and georeference OSM features. So as this nice illustration shows you, you find the place you want to map, you print it out, you go out in the field, you draw on that map, take a picture of it, voila, your annotations are there, digitized right in the right geographic place, and you can transform them into OpenStreetMap features. It was developed for and embraced by NGOs and nonprofits all the way through. That's always been the target and the focus, and that's really who adopted it in the communities that have adopted it over the years. And it was actively supported by Stamen up until these years. Well, it's been supported by Stamen up until this year. It was actively under development from about 2012 to 2016. So the history of field papers is that it originally started as walking papers. That was the very first version that Mike Migursky built around the time of the Haiti earthquake, and one of the first humanitarian OpenStreetMap mobilizations in 2010. So it was brought into the field at that time and used to, used in environments where no one had any access to technology, and there just, there was this groundswell of volunteering and a real desire to map things. And the paper maps really did the trick and came in a pinch, and it was a huge part of that effort. But also after that experience in the field, folks realized that this little walk, it was too much of a rinky-dink tool. You didn't just need one page in order to mobilize and map a large area. You needed to be able to build atlases, to print out atlases and distribute them. If you're going to go to the effort of sending out a team into the field to grab all of this data, you needed the ability to recollate it into an atlas. So that's really how field papers first came to be, how it moved from walking papers to field papers. And you can see in the upper left here, that map right there was from that original 2010 mobilization after the earthquake in Haiti. It became, for a number of years, it became an essential tool for part of the missing maps toolkit, used by HOT, used by Médecins Sans Frontières. Oh, my French is great today. And the American and British Red Cross. Got this great quote down here. This is an effort to map an area that was trying to fight back the cholera epidemic. First cartography of Lumumbashi since the Belgians left. That effort there, and it's also been a critical part of teaching through Teach OSM, and then anyone who's tried to bring OSM into the classroom can attest to the power of being able to introduce students to OSM by printing out a page of the OpenStreetMap map and sending people out into the field to collect data. So over the years, it's been kind of the support of it has been episodic. There's been all sorts of people that all sorts of organizations that step forward to fund field papers and support it. Cesarius Associates, USAID, the Hewlett Foundation, American Red Cross, and others. But it's really been kind of dormant since 2016, which is why at the beginning of this year, I reached out to Maggie Cowley, and we brought a little group together, and then Quincy really did a bit of a heroic lift here to get everything off of the Stamen servers and over into an in-house project of OpenStreetMap US, so that it can be more accessible to all of you.
Cool. Yeah, and I'll just say it was awesome to bring the project on board. We thought it was a great fit, especially with TeachOSM being a program of OpenStreetMap US, and it fits with our mission to support projects, support OpenStreetMap and related projects for mappers in the US and around the world. So right here we have centroids of every Atlas page in the Field Papers database. They're making a lot of maps out there, and there are hundreds of thousands of atlases that have been created using Field Papers, and tens of thousands of uploads that people have done. And that data, you can create private atlases, but you can also create public ones. So if somebody else comes along, they can also find that free data. Just to walk you through the tool itself, this is the homepage. I just want to say I love the design the Stamen team did. I think it holds up even 10 years ago. It was made when I was in high school, and it's still really easy to use and fun. This is how you create an atlas. You just say how many pages you want, what background you want, give it a name, keep it private if you like, with an account, and click the button. And if you're lucky, you get the atlas rendering. Only takes a minute or two, depending on the size of the atlas. And then you have a page where you can download it at any time. It basically lives forever. Anyone else can go on and download your atlas if they want, unless it's private. And then this is what a page looks like. You can print it out on any printer and bring it out into the field, distribute it to a group, or just go about yourself. And it's just great, even if you don't want to use it for surveying at all. If you just want an OpenStreetMap paper atlas for your travels or what have you, you can do it with Field Papers. Here's a listing of various atlases people have made. As you can see, I took a screenshot last night. People around the world are still using it. So what it looks like in the field. As you can see, you can have very detailed notes if you like. And it's so nice to have a pen and paper. I just want to make this mark, and you can do it so much easier than on a lot of surveying tools. And then if you want, you can upload it. You can either scan it, take a picture with your phone, and then here's the listing of the scanned papers. This is all at fieldpapers.org, by the way. And when things work well, you can even open it up in ID. We have a tile server, or also in JOSM. There's a JOSM plugin, and you can trace and reference right on top of all your edits, which is super cool. A lot of people are in the community a long time and don't even know about this tool. And here we have our GitHub page. It's all open source, of course. And I've been working to, update the documentation, bring a lot of things out of the past and into the present. And you can visit, at Field Papers on GitHub to learn more. What about the architecture? I'm really promoting this project as something that you all can get involved with. It's a lot of fertile ground for maybe your first open source contribution, or if you know any of these languages. It's a really cool project to work on, and now that it's being actively maintained, now's the time to get involved. So if you're in Ruby on Rails, Python, Node.js, there's even a little PHP in there that I'm trying to get rid of because it's only one file. But or if you're a Java developer, the plugin needs work as well. So what's OpenStreetMap US doing now that we've taken this project on? We're not doing everything per se, but we're going to maintain the existing functionality. We're paying for hosting. We're updating a lot of the dependencies that have been deprecated, security updates, that kind of thing. Adding modern must-haves. They didn't even have HTTPS on these pages for a while. So now we have that, which is great because we do have passwords going through. Continuous deployment. So whenever there's a pull request that's been merged, it goes right up to the cloud now and it's live. We have privacy policy. We have privacy policy. We have code of conduct. All these things that make for a vibrant project. and the goal is to be able to maintain it so that volunteers can contribute at their own pace anytime they want. So I'll be doing pull request reviews, updating documentation, adding linting so the code is sensical. It was a few weeks where I was on this, and just to get it working on Ubuntu 22, the latest, because it wasn't even deploying. I couldn't even change the text on the homepage because the server stack was so old on Heroku, where we have it hosted. Yeah, but now it's on the latest Node.js. It's on Python 3. If you know the latest tools, or if you want to, please jump in. The water is fine, because there's a lot of times when things work not so well. And I'm definitely not digging the original crew. Like, all the frameworks have changed a lot, and we're still using some old things. I get emails like this several times a week from the Field Papers address, and Stephanie said she has many, many, many more from all around the world. People are like, oh, well, this just didn't work. And I'm like, I can't help you. I don't have, the time for that right now. But maybe one of you can.
You get some Greek ones, some Greek too.
I think it's a Ukrainian.
Ukrainian. Oh,
yeah,
dang.
That's what Google told me. And things don't go so well. I should have had a trigger warning. This was a file that is still in the Field Papers code from 9 years ago. It's not shown in the app, thank goodness, but is always haunting my dreams since I've seen it. So I'll take it off the screen. You can go find it in the repository.
Stamen loves the Easter egg.
Yeah. So we want that to never appear again. So you can come to fieldpapers/fieldpapers on GitHub. There's a ton of issues. There's some really amazing ideas in here. People who want to use it not just for surveying, but to be able to customize their own atlases, have high resolution printouts, to be able to use OpenStreetMap accounts instead of our custom Field Papers accounts to make editing easier and contributing easier. Stuff like that. If you have a dream, you can post it on GitHub, but if you have coding, then you can pose an issue, which is all more valuable. But yeah, feel free to drop by, and you can come talk to me or Stephanie.
And there's a Birds of a Feather session tomorrow, I'm told. Yeah. So keep an eye out for the Birds of a Feather session that we should show up to tomorrow if you want to stay involved with Field Papers, venerated tradition, and going to keep going.
Yeah, so go out there and make an atlas. Thanks so much.